Okay, so I'm gonna be reviewing the next installment in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, and also this is my favorite movie in the series, which is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which of course this has Dennis Hopper in it. This came out in 1986, and I know a lot of people don't like this movie, and I know now it has more of a cult following, but I still know a lot of people who don't enjoy it because Toby Hooper, he felt that the black comedy in the first movie, which I couldn't tell that was supposed to be funny, honestly. I mean, there's certain things in it that are funny, but I don't think they're supposed to intentionally be funny, but he felt like the black comedy he put in the first movie didn't work, so this is why he upped the comedy and the gore in this one. And it follows a TV or a radio host. What's her name? Shoot, I forgot her name. But there's a radio disc jockey. There, she gets called in, or these two college preps call in, and they're like harassing her on the phone and stuff. And they're like, "Alright, guys, you need to get off." Well, they're still online, and these people come by in a truck, and which you see like someone covered up in a corpse, and they're like, "What is this? What is this? Like some weird prank?" And then of course he throws it off, and it's Leatherface, and Leatherface is like on top of the truck, and he's like trying to cut through the car, and he cuts through, and he cuts this one guy's head in half, and all that. It's like really crazy, gory scene. And actually, the corpse in the movie that he's dresses up as, right there, I think it's the picture. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the hitchhiker character from the first movie, because I forgot to mention the hitchhiker character when he was chasing Marilyn. He actually, or not Marilyn, Sally. He got ran over by the 18-wheeler, and so she hears this murder happen on the tape on the radio, so she keeps it. And but it already got played out everywhere. So she so shoot. There's a guy that comes up to the radio station who you find out is Chop Top, one of the Sawyer family members, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard that tape," and he's trying to get the tape back because he don't want to, get exposed for murder and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, he's like, "Can I request a song?" Chop Top's played by Bill Moseley, who was a famous uh uh veteran actor in the horror genre. He played Otis Firefly in the House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. He played in a bunch of other movies, but those are probably most well-known movies that people know him for. But he's like, "Yeah, I want you to play some my favorite song." She's like, "What is it?" It's like, "Can you play some Iron Butterfly?" And she's like, "Yeah, I can play that." He's like, "No, I want to hear what you play, like that song like from that new Rambo movie." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes like, "Oh, you know where it goes like ah, ah, like that." It was something like that. But so he tries to attack her in the radio station, and the Leatherface comes out. And then like there's like this weird scene where like Leatherface is chasing her, and like I guess he has a crush on her, so like he has the chainsaw, her legs are like open, and he's like, looks like a penis and all that. The chainsaw looks like a penis and stuff, and like he starts like getting aroused or something. It's just a weird scene. But like one of the other disc jockeys who likes the main disc jockey, the female disc jockey, um, he comes in and Chop Top attacks him, and he starts. Well, she runs off. When she runs off, I guess she hits him in the head, and then Chop Top goes, "Go get that bitch, Leatherface. Dog will hunt. Go get that bitch, Leatherface." But yeah, like I said, so the male disc jockey, another disc jockey comes in. He likes the female disc jockey. Chop Top attacks him, starts beating him in the head with a hammer, and then he goes like, "Incoming mail," and then so they leave and they take him, the male disc jockey, and then there's a sheriff named Lefty, who's played by Dennis Hopper. He's the uncle of Sally and Franklin from the first movie, and he's trying to get revenge on the Sawyer family. So he goes up to, he hears the tape and stuff. And the woman, or the female disc jockey, she's like, "Yeah, I got this information about, we can expose these people," and she plays in the tape so that they kind of like, get together to, go after this family. And, it just gets crazy after that. Like, he's like crazy. Like, he's just like obsessed with like finding this family and trying to kill them and stuff. And so Drayton Sawyer, who's the older brother, who's the old man from the first movie, he is like a famous chef in this town. He's known for cooking chili, so he's like at a chili cook-off, and he's like, "Our secret's in the meat," which they eat people. So he's trying to like keep his business afloat, but they're running around. Chop Top and Leatherface are running around, causing problems. And they actually live like in this like an abandoned fairground, which is pretty cool because you never really see that in horror movies. Like, they actually live there. Like, they live like in the underground part. I don't know. It's pretty cool what it looks like. So like, they're like, they kidnap the woman, the female disc jockey, and then they kind of like replicate like the dinner table scene from the first movie. And then Lefty comes in, and he has 2 chainsaws, and he's gonna go after him. There's like a scene where he goes buys the chainsaws, and he's like, "I want to try them out." So he's like starts chopping like pieces of wood, like he's going crazy on them and stuff. And like the owner's just like like that. And he's like, "Okay, that guy has some problems." And they kidnap her, so he goes after him, and then like this whole big showdown goes down at the fairground. And so like they all start fighting. Him and the cook are like fighting, and like the cook throws a grenade and everything goes crazy. And like he Lefty cuts like the cook's balls, like he cuts them from the groins and stuff. I'm like, oh shit. And then yeah, I think the cook throws a grenade and it kills them too, or kills them. And then what happened to Chop Top? Oh yeah, so I know Caroline Williams' character, who's the female disc jockey. She's running away from Leatherface, and they're running up on this mountain thing, and she kicks Chop Top down like a mine shaft or something, and then like I forgot what happened to Leatherface. Something happened to him. And then at the end, she takes the chainsaw and she's like standing on top of the thing. She goes like, "Ah!" Like kind of like in the first movie when Leatherface went crazy. I was just like, what the hell? Yeah. Like I said, this is probably my favorite one out of the series. It has a lot of gory scenes, a lot of comedic scenes in it. There's actually a scene at the beginning, or near the beginning, where Caroline Williams' character is going to go look for Lefty, and there's like a bunch of these like guys walking by, and they're all drunk, and they're wearing like hats and stuff, like beer hats and bullhorn hats or whatever. I don't know. I guess it's Texas Longhorns. I don't know. But one of them throws a beer, or someone throws a beer, and the guy turns around. He's like, "Hey!" And that's Toby Hooper. And I was like, "Damn, I didn't really see him there until I watched the commentary and I watched it again. I was like, "Yeah, that is Toby Hooper." Yeah, there. This is like it's a. I mean, it's not like the best like horror movie or whatever, but it works for me. Like he wanted to make something different, so he went with the comedy route and the gore. And I mean, this doesn't really bother me like some horror comedies, like some of the Freddy movies and stuff like that. But anyways, oh, let me say, Dennis Hopper did a good performance in this. I think he's like the only like well trained actor in this movie, because I think this was like one of Bill Moseley's first movies. I mean, he did a great job playing a crazy guy. Caroline Williams did good. She's another like horror a regular in the horror genre, and I like the guy who plays the cook, Jim Seadow. He's really funny in this movie. And this is also the movie where you get the line, "The Sawless family." So yeah, that's my review. Oh, damn. I forgot to mention, there's like this really messed up scene when they kidnap Lefty. And I remember I told you there's a male DJ that likes her. Well, they kidnapped her when they raided the radio station, and they have him somewhere, and they cut his face off, and they put on Lefty's face, and like Lefty, it's a really sad scene. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry about what they did to you," and like, he dies, and then she runs off, and she has to wear his face. It's like, really sad and disturbing. But yeah, I say, yeah, that's my review.